Hello there, Miss Shibley here with our tricky words and punctuation for a skills lesson today. Our I can or what I will learn today are I can read previously taught tricky words and construct a story using tricky words. I can replace misused tricky words in sentences. I can read sentences that are missing punctuation and determine the best punctuation for the sentence. I can capitalize words at the beginning of sentences. And I can read better than the best with purpose and understanding. I can answer oral, literal questions about key details in the story and describe the character Kay's feelings using evidence from the text. So let's begin with our tricky word review. When the word pops up on the screen, read it with me. Describe. I. No. So. Of. All. Some. From. Word. Are. Were. Have. One. Once. To. Do. To. Who. The. Said. Says. Was. When. Where. Why. What. Which. Here. There. He. She. We. Be. Me. They. Their. You. Your. Because. Could. Should. Would. Down. Today. Yesterday. Tomorrow. How. Picture. Okay, now you need a piece of paper and a pencil, and you're going to choose 5 tricky words and write a silly story with 3 sentences using those tricky words. Remember, some of our tricky words are words such as I and a, have, to, do, we. You could use any one of the words that we just went over. Go ahead and pause the video so you have time to do that. Okay, welcome back, and we're ready for our punctuation practice. We know a period, an exclamation point, and question marks. So we're going to practice putting our punctuation into the sentences. Let's see, number 1. Ice cream tastes good. Would you put a period, an exclamation point, or a question mark? A period, because you're stating something, you're telling somebody something. Number 2, what kind of ice cream do you like? You're right, that would be a question mark at the end because you're asking a question. That's my favorite too. Oh, awesome, that would be an exclamation point because you're excited that you both have the same kind of ice cream that you have as the favorite. Number 4, oh, this one has some capitalization problems too. I like to add chocolate syrup to my ice cream. I like to let my ice cream melt a little. You need capital I at the beginning of our sentence. You need a period after ice cream. Then, because we have a period and we're starting another sentence, we need the capital I on our next sentence. And a period at the end of our second sentence. So I like to add chocolate syrup to my ice cream. I like to let my ice cream melt a little. Oh, number 5. That's something that we've been practicing too. We know all about commas, and we use commas to insert them when we are listing 3 or more people, places, or things. So let's look at it. Number 5. Another good snack is grapes, ham, and chips. Where would you put your commas? After grapes and ham. You got both spots. Great job. Okay, now it is time to do our story from our reader, Kay and Martez. Let's preview our spellings for today. We have the A sound written AI, explains, exclaims, and wait. The A sound written AY, day, and K. And our tricky word, gracias. Our core vocabulary for today, gracias, which means thank you in Spanish. Exclaims means to cry out. And our saying or phrase for today is jaw drops, a saying meaning to show surprise. Okay, and our story for today is better than the best. Let's see what we can learn about Kay and Martez from our story, Better Than the Best. We're going to carefully find out what Kay thinks is better than the best. Let's see. Kay has started to spend a lot of time with Martez. She has started to use some Spanish words too. When her dad spoons rice onto her plate one day, Kay says, gracias. Then she explains that gracias is Spanish for thank you. Kay's mom says, Kay, would you like to have a chance to use those Spanish words of yours in Mexico? Are you kidding? Kay exclaims, that would be the best. Well, your dad and I have planned a trip to Mexico. Kay shouts, yippee! Kay's mom has a big smile on her face. She says, how would you like to bring Martez on the trip with you? Kay's jaw drops. If Martez is on the trip, that would be better than the best, she says. Her mom adds, Martez just needs to ask his mom and dad. Kay jumps up and shouts, I can't wait to tell Martez. Okay, and that's the end of our story for today. But we have some questions to answer on page 9.1 in our activity book. And today's date is June 16th, 2020. Ready? Number 1. What Spanish word can Kay say? Kay can say gracias. Can you say gracias? Gracias. It means, what does it mean? You're right. You're going to write that on the line. It means thank you in Spanish. Number 2. Where will Kay take a trip with her mom and dad? Kay will take a trip to Mexico with her mom and dad. Don't forget to capitalize K at the beginning, to capitalize Mexico because it is the name of a place, a specific place, and to put a period at the end of your sentence. Who will Kay invite to go with her on the trip? Kay will invite Martez to go with her on the trip. Fantastic job. And of course, pause the video if you need more time to write. Okay, let's wrap up. We're going to think about all that we've known about feelings and how we can describe how Kay is feeling. In our story, in the mail, we heard Kay hugs that card and shouts, Martez is the best. So the words that I underlined can give us a clue about how Kay is feeling. Why would you hug a card? You're right, you would hug a card if it means a lot to you. And if you're shouting something, then it must mean a lot to you. And she was shouting, Martez is the best. So she must be feeling very happy to have gotten the card. And although it doesn't say Kay felt happy, our phrases and our punctuation helped us understand how Kay is feeling. Here's another example of how we can learn about what Kay is feeling by what she does and what she says. Kay's jaw drops. If Martez is on the trip, that would be better than the best, she says. Hey, so her jaw drops. She's like, oh, she's so excited. And then it says that she's talking, and at the end of it, it has an exclamation point, which means that she said it with excitement. And one more example that could tell us how Kay is feeling. Kay jumps up and shouts, I can't wait to tell Martez. If you jump up and shout something, you're probably pretty excited about it. And she even says, I can't wait to tell Martez. So Kay must be very excited about her trip and having Martez go with her. Don't forget to send your teacher a picture of all of your work from today.